Good afternoon. Welcome back to another episode of the Warsh podcast. And today I want to talk about a couple things. The first thing is that yesterday was the day that I told myself and told the world that I'm going to become the king of self-improvement. And I'm already feeling doubts about that. I'm already scared, like, what if it doesn't happen? You know, what if I give it everything I have and it doesn't happen? What if it's not what I thought it was going to be? You know, what if I don't make it? You know, there's so much stuff. What if I don't achieve my goals in life? What if I end up regretting it? But I think those doubts are just, they're just defense mechanisms. They're the amygdala doing what it's meant to do, which is to keep you safe by predicting the worst case scenario. But there's no saying that you're going to get the worst case scenario, and in fact, in reality, it's probably pretty unlikely, though it is possible. So, and at the end of the day, I said I was going to do it, and my life is my word, So I don't really have a choice anymore. I got to give it a shot. But it's definitely scary. All of the uncertainty. I have no idea whether all of my effort is going to pay off or whether it's all just going to be for nothing. I mean, I believe in the fact that there's no such thing as useless effort, but I might be wrong. Who knows? But we're still going to give it our best shot. Also, I also want to talk today about excuses. In my opinion, no matter what it is in life, if you are making an excuse, you're basically saying, what you're really saying is, I'm a loser. That's what you're actually saying. Every time you make an excuse, you might think that something reasonable is coming out of your mouth. Some blame of why you failed and why you didn't make it. But in reality, what you're actually saying is, I'm a loser. That's just the complete truth of it, There's no way around it. I can't say I've learned much in life. I still have a long way to go, but something I know for certain is that making an excuse will never make you any better. It will never make you any better. Making excuses only ever holds you back, and it just, all it says is just, I'm a complete loser. It's just it's a waste of time. It gets you nowhere. You just sound like an idiot because everybody knows that you're making an excuse. It'll only ever hold you back, you know? So why bother? Why bother making excuses? Well, people make them because it's the easy way. You know? I think that's the main reason people make them, is just because they're easy. And they shift the blame from you, so you don't have to go through the pain of admitting that your failures and shortcomings were your fault and your responsibility. And instead, you just get to blame the world, or blame your circumstances, or blame your parents, or blame your genetics, or blame anything else. But God forbid it's your fault. God forbid you're the one to blame for where you are in life. And it sucks. It hurts. It's a hard truth to admit. It hurts so much to admit, if you're not where you want to be, that you are the reason that you're not where you want to be. It hurts a lot. It hurts so much to look at all your biggest failures in life and to say, those failures were all my fault. I am to blame for them. But until you do that, you'll never grow. Maybe you will, but not as much as you could. Not nearly as much. So, I think you can start to see me build the case here for why making excuses is just it's a fool's errand. It's a loser's game. It's just a pathetic, stupid, useless pursuit. And it'll only make you worse. It certainly won't get you to where you want to be. So, stop blaming other shit for your problems. And just fucking solve the problems. When you make mistakes or you fail, just admit that you fucking made a mistake or that you failed, and then fix it. Like, and you might be surprised how much farther you can get by doing that. I think part of the reason that people might make excuses is because they're afraid to admit when they make a mistake or do something wrong. But the thing is that it's okay to make mistakes, and it's okay to do stuff wrong. It's okay to be wrong. I mean, that's a normal part of life, you know? And that's how you grow, and that's how you learn. So, You have to accept your mistakes, for sure. That's definitely big time. Sorry, I'm trying to find a comfortable angle here where I don't look like a complete fucking clown. But it's all good. What else to talk about today? I'm trying to think. I don't think I told any lies today. There was one time where somebody asked me how I was doing and I said good. So that was a lie, because I definitely wasn't good at that point of the day. I think I was pretty sad and pretty tired. But it was just an automatic response. And you know what, that's me making an excuse, because I lied. I didn't tell the 100% truth. So there you go. Which means I broke my word, because I said I'd never lie again, but we're gonna get there eventually. But today was a good start, because besides that, I don't think I told any other lies today. The day's not over, so I still have to get through the rest of it that way. But at least right now, we're on the right path. You know, one thing I've been thinking about a lot recently is, am I happier now than before I started my self-improvement and personal growth journey? And my honest answer is no. I mean, 2025 so far has been the worst year of my life. I don't think I've managed to get a single thing right. I've kind of just been failing over and over again. But the answer is no. I'm not happier now than when I started. But what I am is prouder of myself. And I definitely have more self-worth now than I did. So I think right now I think my life, I'm in the stage right now where I need to put my head down and power through dark times, which is going to be really difficult. And every single day, I know that I'm going to be offered multiple chances to give up. Every single day. My own thought, like, my own brain will be telling me to give up. But I know that it's possible to achieve stuff without believing that you'll actually achieve it. So even if I don't believe that I can do it, that won't stop me from trying. I definitely know that much. Because no matter what happens in life, I'll die before I give up. I will die before I give up. No matter how bleak and how hopeless things become, I'll continue to fight and put forth 100% effort every day. And I think there's a pretty good chance that if I do that, then I'll get to where I want to be. And yeah, it might take a little longer than I hope, but as long as I get there. Excuse me. I've been thinking a lot recently about the fact that I'm running out of time. I mean, I'm 22 years old. And as you get older, time only speeds up. So like I'll be out of time before I know it. I need to, right now I've got to grind like God gave me one last shot. Because for all I know, this is my last shot. So I've got to make it count and put my everything into it. And you know, not be input oriented, but be outcome oriented. Like not worry about doing things perfectly, but worrying about getting shit done. You know, taking action and steps towards my goals every day. And I mean, there's so far to go. I've grown a lot since I started in the beginning of 2024, and you know, I mean since that point I've improved leaps and bounds from where I was, but it's crazy how I feel like I'm not even 1% of where I could be. I'm not even at 1% of everything that I could become and everything that I could learn. I still feel like a complete beginner. And maybe that's a good thing, because you know, a true master is an eternal student. But I definitely feel I definitely feel like a total beginner. Which excites me, because it begs the question of what, you know, how much will I have improved by the time I'm not a beginner anymore, you know? All the things that I've learned. I mean, I bet you, if things go the way that they've been going, six months from now, I'll probably be a totally different person than when I am right now. I'll probably have totally different views. I'll probably, you know, I'll have a different belief set, I'll look different, I'll sound different, I'll carry myself differently. Like, that's definitely a possibility, which is a good thing. If 6 months from now I'm the same person I am right now, then I've done a pretty shit job at self-improvement, you know, and personal growth, because that means I haven't grown at all. I haven't changed at all. So that's the hope, you know, that's what keeps me going. The thing that gets me up out of bed every day, and the thing that keeps me going and trying my hardest every day, is the prospect of future me. So I think that's a pretty positive note to end on. If you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. Take care, and I hope to see you back here again tomorrow for another podcast episode. Peace.